In today's video, I'm going to show you a few great self-massage techniques that you can try at home to relieve any unwanted tension or tightness that you may have in your neck or your upper back. Now, although self-massage probably doesn't beat the real thing, we do know that really, even if you get a proper massage, you only get short-term pain relief. So why not learn a few techniques at home that you can do to help with any tension or tightness that you may have in your upper traps or in the upper back. Technique one is very simple. You're just going to find the sore spot and give it a rub. So get the muscle between your fingers and your thumbs and you're just going to squeeze. Now you can do this as hard or as softly or as gently as you want. If you're in quite a lot of pain, you might only be able to tolerate a lighter touch, which is fine. But after a minute or two of doing this, you should find that that area of muscle feels a little bit more comfortable. Now for the second technique, we're going to try a little bit of trigger pointing. So very simply, you're going to find that tender point again in the upper traps, just find a spot and push down. Now it should be uncomfortable. So you're bringing on a little bit of pain or a lot of pain, depending on what you're into. And what should happen is as you apply that pressure, that pain should gradually dissipate. Now try and keep taking deep breaths in and out. But when that pain dissipates, you have the option of either leaving it alone and then moving on to a different spot, or you could just keep that pressure on and then apply slightly more pressure. The pain level will go up. Again, wait for it to dissipate. It might take up to 30 seconds and then push down again. And you can do sort of 3, 4, 5 repetitions of that. Technique 3 is going to be a progression of the last one. So find that tender point again, and then we're just going to have a play around with some movements with our arm. So you could maybe do a reach out in front and behind, and I can feel those muscles moving underneath my pressure. You might want to do a rowing movement. So bend the elbow and bring it backwards slightly. You might want to do a shoulder shrug. So you could sort of shrug the arm up and then down, and that is really comfortable. You might want to do sort of a shoulder abduction, so you could come out to the side and slowly down, to the side and slowly down, and all the while I'm pushing firmly into that point of soreness. Technique 4 is going to involve keeping the arm still, but this time we're going to move the head and the neck. So maybe anchor the arm on the chair, or in this case, obviously I'm using the bed, and you have a combination of movements in your neck. You have your flexion, you have your rotation, and you have your side flexion. Now we're going to do a combination of these movements, and depending on where the area of tightness is in your upper traps, you will bias one movement more than the other. So find the area of soreness again, and then you're going to come into some flexion, some rotation, and then some side flexion. And then you can come back. Now, if you wanted to progress that more, you could just work your head all the way through that range. You might want to then kind of move your fingers, track up slightly into a different sore point, and then work through that range. You could just get into the end of range and push like you did at the beginning and hold and wait for the pain to ease. But if that's not doing much for you, then just change the position. You might come slightly more centrally. If that's not working for you, you might come even more centrally and add a bit of more rotation, and that's fine. You'll know where the sore point is because you will feel it more. And then just hold, and again, you might want to ease back, stretch back down, come back, and stretch back down. Technique 5, we're going to get everything moving. So you're going to move the neck at the same time as you move your arm, and we're going to combine all these movements together. So let's go on this side because the right's getting a little bit sore. So you might want to maybe do some flexion and extension with some reaching away from you. So as your arm comes, so apply the pressure. As your arm comes forwards, you look up to the sky, and as your arm comes towards you, you look down. As you look up, the arm goes away. And as you look down, the arm comes towards you. Or you might want to reach out to the side and add in some rotation. So find that sore point, look over your shoulder, stretch out to the side, come back to the middle, look over your shoulder, stretch out to the side, and then slowly come back to the middle. Find a combination that works for you. It doesn't really matter which ones you use. Now, there are likely to be a few points that you struggle to get to with your fingers and your thumbs, and that's where the tennis ball comes in. If you haven't got a tennis ball, then you could use a golf ball, cricket ball, baseball, tumble dryer balls work really well, or if you have one of those spiky massage balls, they'll do the job too. Find a wall that you are happy to lean against, and you're going to put the ball between yourself and the wall. Now, you have three options. Option one would be you can keep moving over an area of muscle that's sore. Option two would be you could push and hold. It will be a bit uncomfortable initially, just wait for that pain to dissipate. Or if you're feeling really brave, you can find a point, push, hold, wait for that pain to come on. Keep taking deep breaths in and out, and then stay on the same point and push again. And you could do 3 to 5 repetitions of that. Now, hopefully that has helped to reduce a little bit of tightness or tension in your neck or your upper back. As always, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you found today's video useful. If you have, you may also like the videos that I've put together on how to stretch your neck and your upper back and how to strengthen your neck and your upper back. If you are new around here, then do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of Genuine Physio's videos. And if you've liked today's video, then please do give us a thumbs up. It really helps. There's some useful links in the description below on today's topic, and do come and say hi on one of the main social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. But before you go, drop me a comment and let me know which technique from today's video you found most useful. And until next time, I'll see you again very soon.